Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning for another Allegio webinar. Today we're talking about top 10 reasons to move into a CRM. It's all part of our Switch to Sugar month. As a couple weeks ago, we spoke about switching to Sugar from the other guys, other platforms and other systems out there, and some of the benefits that are involved with switching to Sugar from those systems. So my name is Derek Major. I'm Senior CRM Consultant with Allegio CRM. We're based out of Calgary, Alberta. We are consultants. We're business process technology and project management professionals. We deal with small businesses to help them really leverage the technology in their businesses by evaluating their business processes and understanding how their business operates overall. We're also a Sugar partner. We're implementation specialists, which means we've done a lot of work and a lot of different projects centered around the Sugar platform. We're also very good at customizing and making that product really work for you. We're also very keen on working within the CRM community as far as being CRM thought leaders, as well as contributing and providing guidance within the industry to our fellow collaborators. So let's get right into it today. Obviously, it's the topic's top 10. We'll probably go on for about 10 minutes or so here. It's a very short one today, but very informational. So for those of you that are kind of on the fence with whether or not to go to a CRM platform, today this is kind of the ideas. We want to kind of give you some of the top 10 benefits of really moving into a CRM product. CRM is, which stands for Customer Relationship Management, is a practice of really taking the end-to-end relationship from the second you make a touch point with a prospect to the point where they're still a customer, and you're working with them ongoingly for several years and going forward. It's really optimizing the relationship, but also putting standards and practices within your business to make sure you get the best value within the organization. So a couple little things here. Did you know some little facts about the clients that we've dealt with? A majority of our new clients, they're using spreadsheets. That's how they track sales and business operation functions. So you're probably doing that in your business right now as well. And a lot of prospects that we talk to, they consider their email and Outlook programs to be their CRM of choice. So usually these are the situations we deal with. And like I said, many of you probably experienced this already. So let's get into it. Let's start with reason number one. So reason number one is generating more leads. Everyone says, well, how does a CRM really generate more leads for my business? Well, it's not so much that it's generating them, but it's tracking them better. It's allowing you to capture more information. So you're turning information into something that's traceable. So the second somebody calls you up that they're interested, you add them as a lead into your database, and you start nurturing them going forward. You can also start tracking the information that you're sending out. If someone sends you an email out, maybe you're sending an email to someone you heard from a friend of a friend that maybe this other person might be interested in your product. You can track that information as you send an email or make a phone call. It also allows for integration with your phone systems, your website, and other channels where you can capture more information on what's going on in your organization, as well as what your leads are doing. Our second reason is identify quality prospects. If you spent a lot of time with prospects once you get to the end of the process, especially if you're in the B2B world, you find out that, it's just not a good fit for you. This allows you to really capture more specific information on your prospects, and you can evaluate them appropriately. If you've defined a very structured sales process on different qualifications of what the best customer for you is, you can start tracking that information inside of your database and qualify your prospects right up front, which will lead you to the better qualification. You're going to be able to qualify your prospects in a more timely manner, in a more efficient manner, allowing your salespeople to really identify who they really should be targeting right off the get-go. And as I mentioned, are they a fit? Do they meet the mold of the perfect client for your organization? And if you haven't done that, if you don't know what perfect type of client is for you, that's something you should take a look at. Who is the ideal client for your business? And you can use that information and mold that into your database. Be informed. Number 3. What was said to your prospect or customer last time you spoke to them? somebody's called into the office complaining about a bill, maybe they've been very upset about a service that they received, that information starts getting captured inside of your CRM, including emails. If I send out a proposal, if I send out a follow-up email, all that communication is now tracked within inside of your CRM system, including proposals, salespeople working together, sales managers identifying what the salespeople are doing and what they're sending out and what information. And my favorite, does an existing customer have a service issue that you need to be aware of? The worst thing you can do is call a customer up to ask them how their service is. You're not even aware that there's an outstanding service issue on the account. CRM will give you visibility in knowing this kind of important information. Reason number 4, closing more deals. I always tell people you will close more deals. It's as simple as that. And the reason why is now you're a lot more efficient. You're spending a lot more time up front building out your process, but once you get your salespeople into that active process, they're now actively managing the sales pipeline. It's not a matter of who should I call today. The system's telling them, based on behaviors and rules you've put into a CRM, what they need to do right away. It's controlling the quoting and proposal processes. Do you have standard templates that you want to go with the clients? Do you have standard terms and policies that you want sent out? A lot of the customers that we deal with today have transitioned over from salespeople taking a Word document, working that Word document to the way that they like it, and sending it out. Consistency is gone. So now whoever takes over that in the future, there's no consistency. Maybe from a legal perspective that the certain legal terms are not captured inside of the proposal. You can also develop timelines and required information. You can get this all captured accurately. If there's a certain time frame from when a deal's open to when it's closing, you can actually track that time period that it takes from the second they become a lead to all the way to the end process till the deal's closed. Improve customer service. Always being on top of customer issues. If you haven't talked to your top customer in 30 days, wouldn't you want your system to tell you that you haven't talked to them in 30 days? That's a pretty common one that we implement for different implementations. Is simply sending an email out, notifying the sales rep that they have not made a connection or communication with their customer within 30 days. You should give them a call. It also allows you to understand your customer and demographics. If you're in the B2C world, the way you communicate to a bachelor is going to be a lot different than the way you communicate to somebody that has a family of 4. Providing useful information. When you understand those demographics, you can use your database to send out different marketing materials and information that specifically targets to them at every touch point of the relationship. If it's during the sales cycle, it gives you an opportunity to target them during that time period. If it's after the sale, that's another opportunity for you to follow up with more information on how they can better utilize your service or the product that they purchased from you. Number 6, higher margins. Everybody wants to make more money. It's all about profit. Well, not always all about profit, but at the end of the day, you want to be able to maximize your return. A database where you're tracking all of your deals, you can now compare them. Who has the highest margins within your different deals? Find out little details on why you're losing out on those extra dollars. Maybe it's going to be your top performers in your organization that are creating these habits. But now you can take those top performers and take the learnings from what they're doing and apply that to the rest of your Salesforce team. Number 7, this is on the collaboration side of things. It's one source. Throughout the entire organization, from your marketing to your sales to your service teams, information is now shared between all parties. If an email is going out regarding a service call, that can be tracked within this system. If the salespeople are following up on an order that was created from 3 months ago, they can go and track that. The marketing teams can now do analysis to find out what people are buying, what they're not buying. It may be opportunities for where they might be able to sell different products to the customers at the time. And it's just simply one system between all parties. There's no different system for this, for that. collaborate, everything's in one piece. Well, jumping ahead here. Number 8, customer loyalty. Everybody wants loyal customers. You want repeat business. You want people to come back to you. With a CRM, it allows you to identify customer trends. Like, what are they doing? How long does it take for them to buy from you? How often do they communicate with you? How often do they call you? If you're tracking your phone system through your database, you can track that kind of information. Find out who's spending money and who isn't. How much are they spending? Which demographic spends the most? Who should you spend most of your energy on? Improve customer service at each touch point is documented. You can now segment your customer relationships. Who are your best customers? You want to treat them as your best customers. And maybe you want to identify who they should be dealing with if they are your best customer. If you run a call center, you can use a CRM to run calculations and using demographic information and even activity on an account to identify who the most loyal customers are so that you can give them the best staff and employee experience that you have. Reason number 9 is on reporting. You can slice and dice the data, which means you're going to make better business decisions using all of the data that's been captured in your organization. And I've kind of been alluding to that a bit through as we went through this. There are a number of ways that you can track information and identify better ways of running your business. And that might be through how long does the sales cycle take? How can you reduce the sales cycle? Is there gaps in the sales cycle you need to improve on? What about customer service response time? If an email comes into your CRM, how long is it taking for you to respond back to your customer? Do you have service level agreements with your customer? All this information can be tracked as a key performance indicator inside of Sugar, or any CRM. And dashboards and insight in your organization, going back to KPIs. What are the KPIs in your organization that you want to see on a daily basis at your fingertips? Our last reason, and believe me, there are many more we could probably go on forever about, but number 10, probably one of the most important ones, profitability. CRM implementations have proven ROI. And there's 2 areas. It's reduced expenditures in your operating costs, increased sales. Who doesn't want that? That's where your margins are also improving overall. You're spreading out that gap between the cost and the revenue, and you're really doing something with a really great investment of a product to facilitate these 2 different things. From a financial perspective, it goes without saying, you can improve your business process. For instance, the sales cycle. If you can reduce your sales cycle and increase your sales, that's an easy one. If you can reduce the time spent on customer service issues by identifying where the issues are, you're going to spend a lot less time as far as the profitability goes. And finally, any questions? We'll leave it open here. I know this is kind of a different topic for questions, so. Question is this applicable only to SugarCRM concepts? No, this is really to do with anything CRM related. At the end of the day, any product out there can really deliver on the CRM. At Allegio, we've chosen to work with and partner closely with SugarCRM, simply because it allows us to really customize the system to the needs of our customers in a way we can't do with any other product out there on the market. So for us, it's kind of a given by working with them. So, but I mean, all these concepts are applicable to other systems across the board. How well you can implement a lot of things is where it really comes down to. Okay. So no more other questions. So yeah, I'll leave my information up here. Again, Derek Major. I'm on Twitter. We also have Religio Twitter. Our marketing team's on there. Feel free to shoot me an email. Give us a call. My extension's there. Love to talk about CRM, and of course, we would love to talk to you about how we can help you really implement and take the greatest advantage of the product in your business. Have a great day.